Hey, I know what happened to you. I'm sorry. I understand you more than you know.
The story opens with Mitch Rapp, a cheerful young man, enjoying a sun-soaked vacation in Spain with his girlfriend, Katrina Harper. As Katrina wades into the sparkling sea, Mitch has something planned. With his heart racing, he reveals an engagement ring and asks her to marry him, expressing the depth of his love. Overcome with joy, Katrina accepts, and they share a tender kiss, celebrating their shared future. Mitch then heads to the bar to grab drinks for both of them, but their blissful moment is abruptly shattered when gunshots ring out and terrorists launch a violent attack. Mitch, desperate to reach Katrina, is struck in the leg, but continues calling her name. Horror fills him as he watches Katrina fall, fatally shot by one of the assailants. Fast forward 18 months, and Mitch has been fundamentally changed by the tragedy. Consumed by vengeance, he has tracked the terrorists relentlessly, posing as a jihadist online to lure the man who murdered Katrina. His martial arts training is fueled by anger, leading to multiple expulsions from gyms after excessively brutalizing his partners. At a shooting range, Mitch demonstrates his preference for automatic weapons, unaware that the CIA is observing his every move. Finally, Mitch receives the invitation he's been waiting for, an opportunity to meet the terrorist organization. CIA Deputy Director Irene Kennedy is immediately intrigued. Mitch travels to Libya, arriving at the compound where masked men guide him to a hidden base. As one removes his sunglasses, Mitch subtly hides a blade within them. After a thorough search, he is blindfolded and led inside. Within the compound, Mitch confronts Al-Mansour, the terrorist leader responsible for Katrina's death. As their exchange unfolds, Mitch quietly maneuvers to free himself. Just as he readies to strike, Al-Mansour is fatally shot, and a team of special operations soldiers storms in, eliminating the other terrorists. Enraged, Mitch repeatedly plunges his blade into Al-Mansour's body until soldiers restrain him. After the chaotic encounter in Libya, Mitch is taken into CIA custody. Over the course of 30 intense days, he undergoes a detailed debriefing, which delves into his past, including the deaths of his parents and the loss of Katrina. Deputy Director Irene Kennedy closely monitors him throughout, noting both his skills and his uncontrollable drive for vengeance. On the final day of debriefing, Kennedy enters the room and reflects on Mitch's audacious attempt to eliminate Al-Mansour and dismantle the entire terrorist cell alone. Though Mitch is filled with regret, he understands that no one truly knows what might have happened had he succeeded. Despite pressure from other officials to imprison him, Kennedy recognizes his potential and offers him a place in the CIA. Mitch, however, refuses, insisting he must avenge Katrina on his own terms. Kennedy lays out his options clearly, prison or her way. She then briefs Director Stanfield, who voices doubts about Mitch's impulsive nature and potential threat to the Black Ops team. Kennedy counters, arguing that Mitch's civilian demeanor and unorthodox methods are exactly what the agency needs. While Stanfield remains skeptical, he leaves the task of convincing Hurley, the Orion team trainer, to Kennedy. Meanwhile, a report surfaces of missing plutonium from a decommissioned Russian facility. Stanfield orders Kennedy to put the Orion team on standby. She transports Mitch to the secluded Orion training compound and informs him about Hurley, a former Navy SEAL who trained under her father. Upon arrival, Hurley greets Kennedy with suspicion about Mitch's suitability. Kennedy vouches for him, emphasizing that Mitch lacks the typical flaws of recruits and possesses the calm demeanor of a civilian, qualities essential for their missions. Hurley immediately confronts Mitch, testing his resolve and combat skills. Mitch, undeterred, challenges Hurley to gauge his capabilities. An agent shows Mitch to his quarters, but tensions rise the next day during training. Hurley pairs Mitch with another recruit, Victor, for sparring. What begins as a routine match quickly escalates into a fierce brawl, prompting Hurley to drive home a critical lesson. If captured, their only options are stealth or death. Meanwhile, at the Iranian embassy in London, Kennedy and Stanfield meet with Iranian officials regarding the stolen plutonium. Intelligence indicates it is en route to Iran, but Minister of Defense Barr denies any knowledge of the smuggling and assures them that Iran would not violate its nuclear agreement. The meeting ends inconclusively, heightening tension and suspicion. Stanfield instructs Kennedy to prepare the Orion team for immediate deployment. Back at Orion, Mitch and the recruits undergo a grueling virtual combat simulation designed to test precision, focus, and resolve. They must memorize the faces of their targets with severe consequences for failure. Expect electric shocks for mistakenly hitting a non-combatant or missing the target. As the simulation begins, Hurley introduces Al-Mansour as a target. Mitch instinctively fires, but receives a jolt of electricity. Despite the pain and seeing other recruits tap out, Mitch endures, refusing to quit even as he collapses to his knees. Simultaneously, in Poland, a deal for the stolen plutonium unfolds inside a van. Just as the payment is about to be made, law enforcement arrives, triggering chaos. The buyer opens fire, killing both officers and sellers, then vanishes into the chaos. Hurley, monitoring the situation, recognizes the shooter with concern. As the Orion simulation concludes, only Mitch and Victor remain. They are placed in a simulated storefront to identify and neutralize their targets. Mitch steps in to assist Victor and also eliminates an unexpected threat, a woman posing danger. Kennedy, monitoring the operation, is briefed by Hurley about the stolen plutonium case. She is shocked to learn that the presumed dead operative, Ghost, is alive. Armed with this intelligence and details of Turkish arms dealer Hamdi Sharif selling a nuclear trigger device, Kennedy insists that Orion be deployed to Istanbul, Kisirebo, with Mitch included in the mission. Hurley debriefs Mitch before the operation, showing him footage from Spain, angering Mitch. Hurley remains firm, warning him never to let emotions cloud judgment. The team, Mitch, Victor, and Hurley, arrives in Turkey and meets CIA agent Annika, who will assist in surveillance and planning. Mitch and Annika observe Sharif, but Mitch impulsively confronts Sharif's assistant, stealing his phone. Though this yields critical intel, Hurley reprimands him for breaking protocol. The next day, Mitch and Annika stake out the restaurant where Sharif is expected. Hurley orchestrates a distraction to neutralize armed guards, allowing Mitch and Victor to move in. Inside, Sharif's associate recognizes Victor and kills him, then fires on Mitch and others. Mitch alerts Hurley to the chaos and pursues Sharif, ultimately breaking into his apartment. Mitch defeats Sharif's bodyguard and kills Sharif, seizing his laptop. Back at the base, Hurley scolds Mitch for acting outside orders, but Kennedy defends him, insisting he stays on the team. Ghost is spotted escaping, prompting Hurley to vow vengeance, while the team realizes they now need a physicist for the nuclear device. Analysis of Sharif's laptop reveals a $2 million transfer in Rome to the physicist. Mitch, Annika, and Hurley travel to Rome to track him. They follow him to his hotel, setting up surveillance. While monitoring, Annika distracts Mitch, causing him to miss intruders entering the physicist's room. Mitch eliminates one intruder, but Annika is captured. Hurley intervenes, leading to a violent confrontation with Ghost. Mitch and Annika fend off the attackers, ultimately securing the physicist. Hurley interrogates the physicist about the bomb's location, ignoring Mitch's protests. Later, Mitch and Annika regroup at a hotel, where she tends to his injuries. Mitch confronts her about her allegiance, growing suspicious that she may be Iranian intelligence. Annika confirms she traced Baru's cell phone, which could lead them to Hurley. Mitch steals a car, racing to intercept her. Meanwhile, Hurley is trapped in a secret nuclear lab, his arm caught in a vice. Ghost confronts him, revealing scars from past torment and blaming Hurley for abandoning him. Ghost binds Hurley's free hand, tortures him by removing fingernails, electrocutes him, and cauterizes a gash in his chest. Despite the pain, Hurley refuses to give up Mitch's location. Ghost escalates, forcing Hurley to divulge Mitch's whereabouts under duress. Mitch and Annika reach the facility stealthily, weapons drawn. They encounter a locked gate. Only Annika can pass. As armed men approach, Mitch climbs to the ceiling to evade detection. Annika reaches the lab, finds a dying Burris, and in rage shoots him, inadvertently alerting enemies. Mitch races back to the car, driving into the tunnel, eliminating gunmen and crashing through the gate, triggering alarms. Kennedy mobilizes her team. Mitch reaches Hurley, who informs him Ghost has started the countdown for the nuclear device. Mitch pursues Ghost, discovering him holding Annika at gunpoint. In a heart-wrenching moment, Annika takes her own life to protect Mitch. Devastated, Mitch continues his pursuit, eliminating another gangster in the process. Ghost boards a boat. Mitch jumps onto it, engaging in a brutal fight as waves toss them violently. Ghost taunts Mitch over Katrina's death. Hurley is rescued by helicopter and contacts Kennedy. They deduce Ghost plans to attack the 6th Fleet, prompting naval preparations. During the fight, Ghost attempts to stab Mitch, but Mitch seizes the blade and kills Ghost in a fit of rage and desperation. Hurley directs the helicopter to Mitch, instructing him to throw the bomb overboard. Mitch throws the bomb into the water, narrowly escaping the resulting massive explosion that creates a sinkhole and mushroom cloud. Hurley's chopper spins dangerously but regains control. Weeks later, Mitch is in Dubai while Kennedy visits Hurley as he recuperates. News reports show General Rostami blaming the CIA for the nuclear disaster and positioning himself for Iran's presidency. Mitch is absent, hinting he may be continuing a mission. The final scene reveals Mitch already inside an elevator, waiting for Rostami and his men, ready to confront them. And that is how it ended. Like and subscribe for more videos just like this, and remember to turn on notifications. It truly supports the channel. Thanks for watching.